Week 4 of the National Football League.
And we've got the Dolphins, speedy running back, your standard at running back this season, pacing the league in rushing.
It's the Dolphins and the Titans under the lights on Monday night.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The spirit of these fans not dampened by the weather. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen, nice and dry up here in the booth. But Greg, rain throughout the day, going to rain on into the night. So this one is going to be a little bit of a challenge for these players.
Yeah, Mike, and even as you said it, you're exactly right. Down on the field before the game, the field looked in really good condition. But the number one decision, you got to be in there as a player, talking to your equipment staff, get the right cleats. The length, are they molded? Are they screwing? How deep are the screwing? Make sure when you come out and that game kicks off, you are confident in your footing. Don't let a couple bad plays go against you early, and then you got to kind of change shoes and scramble. Get that done in pregame, confident going in, and let the game unfold the best it can.
Titans coming up with their quarterback, Will Levis. Good performance last year. Taken early in that second round in the 2023 draft. Greg, this quarterback out of Kentucky could be the future for Tennessee. Off play. Oh, no, right at the start, he loses the football.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
The Dolphins come out on offense, and the lefty, Tua Tagovailoa. He led the NFL a year ago in passing yardage. Hard to believe this is season 5 already from Alabama. Greg, Tua, 26 years old, and his time is now.
Well, I don't think that stat line last week had him up for any sort of awards. If I had to...
Oh, he pulls up the football. But he'll gather it back in. A great chance to convert that early turnover into points. Here's first and goal. And this will not be a spike. He faked it. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive. Now from the 7, it's second and goal. Now H.A. Hard running close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's third and goal. They'll run with H.A. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Come on, H.A. Touchdown, Dolphins. That touchdown, number 11 on the year. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown. And Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench, going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. A return now from the 4. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. The Titans offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Off the play fake, it's Levis. That caught Tony Pollard.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Yes, you have to operate out of the backfield like a traditional running back. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Now he'll run. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down. Hopkins sent in motion. On first down, Levis. He'll look for Pollard out of the backfield. And he will score. Tony Pollard. Touchdown, Tennessee. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. This fielded at about the 9. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Set to go now on first and 10. On the handoff, this is Achane. And that'll be a short gain up to the 27-yard line. They'll stay on the ground with Achane. That was some good downhill running to get him about 6 yards and set up a much more manageable third down. Here's a give to Achane. And he'll have the Dolphins first down. He's up to the 45-yard line.
You can see the trust they have in this running back and the offensive line. You're facing a 3-and-out. You're trying to extend this drive, turn around, hand it to the guy behind you, and let him do the rest.
On first and 10, it's Achane. Room to run inside the 40. And he's going to take this all the way home. Come on, Achane. Touchdown, Miami. And his second touchdown of the game. Numbers 11-12 on the season. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Short kick taken at the 17. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The Titans offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. First carry for the man from Memphis, Tony Pollard. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. We'll try again here. Second and 10. Out of the shotgun, Levis. He finds DeAndre Hopkins for the catch. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. So we've played... So they come to the line for first down and 10. From the gun, it's Levis. He'll look Hopkins' way again. This is also complete. Second and a yard. On the handoff, Pollard. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Play is made on defense by Jordan Brooks. Here's third down and a few inches. He'll try and run for the first down with Pollard. He'll be brought down at the 37, but that is good enough for a first down. On play action, here's Levis. Next to the former Jaguar and Falcon, Calvin Ridley. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Levis to throw on 1st and 10. Catch made. That's Boyd. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle.
And he's into the end zone. Will Levis. Touchdown Titans. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. Folks, extra point is good. And the Titans will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square. 14 apiece the score as this one's away. This returnable from the 4. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
And you talk about a guy who's been running with a purpose here in the first half, Mike. I mean, not only hitting the holes and accelerating through them, but as the numbers telling you, he might be on his way to a big, big ball game.
On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. To throw is Tua. To the left side, in the hands of Hill. First catch of this one for the man leading the league in receiving yards in the first month. He's got a first down as well. Here's 2. That's complete. It's Jalen Waddle. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a first down.
We spent so much time talking about these receivers. How fast do they run, Mike? How high do they jump? But so often, the guys that have the most success in the NFL, it's the mental part of the game. It allows them to create separation, find soft spots in the defense, attack defenders. It's exactly what he's able to do here, and really nice connection.
Tua, gonna give it to Achane. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down. Fake the handoff. Now, Tua. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Off play action, it's Tua. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well defended there, and the quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide-angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
2nd time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll run this one straight ahead with Achane. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Here's Achane. That was some good downhill running to get him about 6 yards and set up a much more manageable third down.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run it here. It's Achan. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They find a way to convert on 3rd and 1.
That's another Dolphins 1st down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Here's Achan. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Now Miami going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. One more time, it's Achan. And he's into the end zone yet again. Come on, Achan. Touchdown, Dolphins. His big game continues. His 3rd touchdown this one. Numbers 11, 12, and 13 on the year. Sanders here for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Dolphins have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff will get a chance to look him over during the break. Levis to throw here on 1st down. Looking middle, and he's got Ridley. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. On 1st and 10, here's Levis. Off-balance throw. It's complete. Here's a timeout, Tennessee. It'll be their 2nd as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On 2nd down, Levis. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. Titans going to use the last of their timeouts here, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Levis. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
Nick Folk now on with the field goal unit. This one from 52 yards away. He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. And the Titans will cut the lead down to 4. 4 seconds still to be played in this half as that one's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Sending it deep for Waddle. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. And welcome in everyone. This is the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get you caught up on what's going on.
And apparently we'll forget about that for the moment and turn our attention to quarter number 3. Let's go. The rain not letting up. It continues to be a factor here as we get back underway in the second half. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. Devon Achane ready to take the field with the rest of his Miami offensive teammates. And as we go through the highlights, no shortage of touchdowns today. 3 trips to the end zone in this one. The combination, the power, the speed, everything on display, and the defense has seen it all. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Give him 14 on that play, 1 first down.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. They get 15 on that game. Good for a Dolphins first down.
Well, this is something we don't see every day, Mike. A team playing with a traditional I formation fullback. It's kind of a lost art in today's modern game, but in this case, highly effective. Great job by the fullback clearing out the path for his running back, and they're able to pick up the first down.
And he gets marked out of bounds, but inside the 5-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 31 yards.
And week in and week out, I still don't understand how tight ends continue to be disrespected and left wide open in the passing game. I mean, he's the biggest target on the field. How do you lose track of him? Somebody needs to identify their responsibility, stay in their zone and coverage, and make sure they take that big target away. Because if not, I guarantee this quarterback's going to keep him.
And he will score again. Come on, Achane. Touchdown, Miami. What a night he's having. That's 4 touchdowns in this game alone. Now Sanders on for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Dolphins will extend this third quarter lead. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. This one taken at the 7. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Titans offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. Here's Levis. Throw over the middle, brought in by Hopkins. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now Levis. His pass, caught. It's Chigokonkwo. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Titans first down.
To throw is Levis. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to the air, it's Levis. This throw, right side, taken in by Ridley. A gain there of 10 yards. First down for Tennessee. To throw is Levis. Left side into the hands of Hopkins. Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down. Now, Levis. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
The key to this play here, Mike, is the anticipation of the snap. Watch how he's able to time the center. And when that ball moves, he hits it. Gets through into the backfield, and he brings the quarterback down before the receivers even got out of their breaks.
They go play action with Levis. He's going to get it to him. He's going to be hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. It's picked up by the Dolphins. And so much for a nice gain through the passing game. Not finishing the play, fumbling the football, and the offense has turned it over, Greg.
Mike, give credit to the defender here for not quitting on this play. They just give up a chunk play in the passing game. He stays after it, and instead of just making a simple tackle, he attacks the ball, knocks it loose, and creates a big takeaway for this defense.
They'll run with H.A. Has an opening past the 40. Devon Achane. And out of bounds, but in business. They're going to have a first and goal inside the 5. A big-time play for the Dolphins. Gains an even 70 yards. So after the big play to start, now we have first and goal. Here's a run. And he cannot be stopped. He's into the end zone again. Devon Achane. Touchdown, Dolphins. He is having a performance to remember. That is 5 touchdowns for him in this one game. Sanders here for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Dolphins tack on one more to their lead. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense and quarterback Will Levis ready for their next possession. And it has been a rough night at the office. We go through the highlights. They are really lowlights. Relentless pressure. Receivers unable to get open. They cannot connect in the passing game. It has been a night to forget for the quarterback. On first down, Levis. Connecting with his tight end, Okonkwo. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down. They'll run here with Pollard. He'll push forward for about a yard. Javon Holland up to make the tackle. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. So we are through 3. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. From the gun, it's Levis. He's got his man. That's Boyd. He's going to have the first down. And that one, good for 9. And the drive continues. Throwing is Levis. Now a screen. Here's Pollard. They smelled the screen and took care of it. Blown up in the backfield.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
This one complete to Ridley.
They may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup, because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down, where it's a little bit more manageable.
Now a 3rd and 2. Out of the shotgun, Levis. He's got his tight end. That's a Conquo. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. It's a big one for Tennessee. 32 yards. On the bootleg, it's Levis. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
Well, it's certainly one way to bounce back here defensively after giving up a huge explosive play on the previous snap. To bounce back and come away with a sack. Now you find yourself in 2nd and long. You can catch your breath, and the opportunity to get off the field has just gone up.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Off the play fake, it's Levis. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Third and long. Levis to throw. And he'll take it on in. DeAndre Hopkins. Touchdown, Tennessee. Folks' extra point is good. And the Titans are able to edge a bit closer. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Berrios on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Play action, it's Tagovailoa. That's caught downfield by Smith. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 31 yards.
I'm just not sure how you let somebody that big get so wide open. And judging from the defense's body language, I think it's pretty safe to say that somebody blew their coverage.
Ground is H.A. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
At the 34-yard line.
They'll fake the head. Now, Tua. Open man downfield is Smith. And he's in. Jonnu Smith. Touchdown, Miami. Extend the lead, and it looks like they're going to extend the terrific start to this season. Greg, they are just a few minutes away from a 4-0 beginning.
Even since adding that 17th game to the schedule, so many coaches across the league, Mike, they still refer to the season as quarters. So they talk about, all right, let's focus going into the year on winning quarter number 1. And I'll tell you what, at 4-0, it doesn't get much better than that.
Now Sanders on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Dolphins will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. He'll start this drive with first down. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down. Open man is Hopkins. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. A second down throw here for Levis. Looking middle, and he's got Ridley. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down. The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Levis. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Here's Levis. Going right sideline and complete. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. Levis to throw it here on first down. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. And caught right side. It's Hopkins. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal for his team. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
The Dolphins offense and running back Devon Achane set to go to work once more. And before this drive starts, let's take a look at the current race to see who's going to take home the award of NFL Most Valuable Player. Here's 1st and 10. Now Achane. Tough to bring down, and somehow he manages to get 4 yards out of that. Here's a 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Achane. A good push from the defense. They get him down back at his own 10. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts. On third down, they'll go with A-check. So a win here for the Dolphins. They continue their winning ways in the month of September. They're off to a 3-0 start. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Dolphins, home winners here as we say farewell from South Florida.